Okay, so today we are going to discuss about something interesting, something that is Hahnemann has spoken, the portrait of remedy through the rubrics. So, what is a portrait of disease? This is what I have learned from my guru, Dr. Sankaran. So, the idea is that how do we study a remedy? People ask me questions. How do you understand the remedy through the rubrics? How do you do the case? So, studying a remedy, different aspect of symptom and expressions as different components of the portrait of the remedy. So, this the idea that pulsatilla is emotional, nitromure is disappointed, is a cliche. There are different patterns of pulsatilla, different expressions, different components which actually then form a portrait. We'll try to discuss about this today. Also, the idea of what is a basic symptom and what is an expression. The patient may just give an expression, but what is important for you to do is go much deeper and understand what is the basic underlying state within. So the idea is that try to explore certain remedies, the idea that how this component blend into each other and show a very interesting concept. Let's try to understand. Some people ask me, what do you mean by temperament? Is it enough to call, oh, this person is intelligent? Is it enough to call, oh, this person is angry? So what is temperament is not limited to a mental trait, but combination of different traits. If you ask me who's Gaurang, if you ask me who's Manish, who's X, so it cannot be just one particular trait. When these traits are put together, that defines the temperament or the state. So the person's character is not composed of only single trait but combination of many traits. In the same way, when drug changes the disposition in improving, it does not change one trait alone but brings about changes in several traits. I'm going to take a very basic example. Let's take an example. Anxiety time is set. This is from the latest repertory, and you'll see different remedies here. We know our popular Argentum NITRICUM, Gelsemium, Medorinum, Lycopodium, some new remedies, Lac equinum, Alumina. Now we'll try to understand what do you mean by this anxiety time is set. It means, oh, exactly at 11 o'clock I have to reach here, so constant anxiousness. But there are so many remedies for it. How do you understand this? So I've tried to explain you through the components. Let's take an example of Argentum nitricum. Here the idea, here the component. See the different component when it put together, you understand the portrait of the disease. Here the idea of time is said. Oh, I have to reach in time is connected to appreciation. That if I don't reach in time, I may be criticized because I'm scared of failure. So constantly I need an appreciation, and if I'm not appreciated, then there is a constant anxiety of doing something new because I am constantly under pressure to do something creative. But if I don't do, I may be failing, and that's why I have to be on time. Let's take another example. Gelsemium. Gelsemium also have anxiety time set, but it is connected to fear of losing self-confidence. What if I'm not able to reach in time? Will I be able to or no? Deeper loss of confidence. The idea of stupefaction, dullness, and then holding on to someone. This is Gelsemium. The idea of Medorinum. The Medorinum idea is if I don't reach in time, people will criticize me. So I avoid being late so that I anticipate being early so that I'm accepted. Lycopodium. The idea of lycopodium anxiety time is set is the idea of I am this big person, and if I don't reach on time I may not get the flattery because I am the boss. I have to reach on time. Lac equinum. That's a new remedy. That's actually the horse milk. The idea to reach on time is if I don't reach on time I may not be accepted in the group because I'm a very duty conscious and a workaholic person, and if I don't reach on time I may be trapped, restricted. So the need for freedom if I don't reach on time. So we see that anxiety time is said there are these remedies, but when you actually combine different aspects of the remedy, you understand what is behind this anxiety time is said. This is what you mean by what is a superficial symptom and what is deeper. What happens is that we describe people by parameters. We say, okay, this is this size, this is this color, this is this texture, and we use certain qualities to describe different people. Let's have a look what qualities generally we use. This person is irritable, this person is mild, this person is fearful, this person is bold, this person is sad, cheerful, overconfident, diffident, hypersensitive, insensitive. So we have certain parameters, isn't it? Some more affectionate, indifferent. What we actually see often is that these different symptoms are combination of characteristics. Let's take an example. See this rubric of tarantula: mania, destructive efforts, sudden fox-like, recurring utmost vigilance, followed by laughter and apology. What means is that tarantula will do something very sudden, fox-like, deceitful, and then very alertly, and then after doing that thing, destructive thing, he will laugh and then I'm sorry. This can be cut down into different aspects, different components. One, it's destructive. One, it's sly, fox-like, will be very sudden, abrupt, destructive in a like a cunning way, will do violently and then say sorry. And you'll see tarantula. But you'll see other remedies also, viratrum. But viratrum will not have the cunningness. You'll see hyoscyamus also. Again, it doesn't have the cunningness. You'll see thuja also. Thuja will not have that guilt so much. So you have to understand different components will give a straight remedy. Often single symptoms often denote the symptom where there is only one remedy, like this single drug rubrics. Often they are the most important things. Let's see. Clinging, child awakens terrified, knows no one, screams, clings to those around. This is a Kent famous rubric of stramonium, which means that this person is gets up at night and suddenly and holds on to someone. This is stramonium. Again, you can actually kind of cut it down to different aspects, like shrieking, confusion, waking on, clinging. You'll see stramonium. So how do you differentiate what is basic and what is expression? What is at a superficial level, what is at a deeper level? If you ask any name or object which is cold, hard, colorless, you'll immediately say it's ice. But if suppose we ask if you put a glass in the freezer, and you'll be puzzled, because glass is not cold unconditionally. So what I'm trying to tell you is we have to try to understand what is unconditional, what is universal, what is it that will remain even if the conditions are not there. They cannot be changed. This is a very important. Basic parameters, deeper symptoms cannot be changed, like coldness of ice. There is no ice without coldness. But a glass of water can be cold and warm, so that's superficial. It's a little deeper. Homeopathy is a very, very interesting, deceptive science. This is the idea of the basic symptom, this is the idea of the expression. So this is why I want to tell you that in case taking, we have to go at a deeper level. In order to determine whether symptom is a deeper or superficial, you have to keep asking, why does this symptom exist? If we get an answer to this, which is complete and satisfactory, it's expression. We have to question the explanation as long as we come to a point where there is no answer. Once there is no answer, which is strange, peculiar, you can't imagine this, that is the deeper level. I'll give you an example. One of the patient, he told me that I'm very irritable. So I said, tell me what happens in irritability. I get very irritable on husband and servant and family. Why? Why do you get irritable? He said, because I need everything spick and span. Why? That's the way I am. So you see, that was the most peculiar thing. That it's not the idea of irritability, it's the idea of fastidiousness, which is important. So the idea is to find the basic innermost feeling, we must search for and not limit ourselves to expression. If you are sure these basic parameters are found in the remedy, you can prescribe. If it does not have to be precise and expression. Do not only go for ailment from rubric. Another thing that I want to tell you, basic parameters like for example this violence, abruptness, fastidiousness are often the proving symptoms which you can see in clinical proving. So this is what I wanted to talk to you today, and subscribe to my channel Gaurang HG, and my suggestion to you is we need innovations, we need newer thoughts, we need artistic thinking. This is homeopathy. Write to me about your thoughts. Thank you. I hope you found it interesting.